What if the monsters that haunt your dreams weren't just nightmares, but real? In this chilling footage, you'll see creatures so strange and encounters so impossible that even science can't explain them. From deserted highways to crowded city streets, they've been caught everywhere, hiding in shadows, moving in plain sight, and sometimes standing right beside us. So brace yourself, because tonight we're stepping into a world where the line between imagination and reality disappears, and your darkest fears come to life. Catching a dino. It happened late one night on a silent, empty road. Out of the darkness, a giant emerged, towering, furious, its roar splitting the night like thunder. Each step slammed into the ground like the heartbeat of an ancient beast returning from extinction. This wasn't a myth or a movie illusion. It was real. Flesh and blood. Villagers froze, then chaos erupted. Shouts, torches, disbelief. Before them stood a creature long buried in time, a living dinosaur raging against the world that forgot it. Wild surprise in the park. It started as a peaceful morning walk until something moved behind the trees. Through the mist, a massive figure appeared, long arms, powerful frame, and eyes burning with fury. For a moment, man and creature stared at each other, pure silence, pure threat. Then instinct took over. The hiker ran, the camera shook, his breath turned to panic. Later, when he replayed the footage, what he saw made no sense. Was it human, animal, or something in between? A hidden species that's been living among us all along. Caged dinosaur. It started with a crowd on the roadside, drawn to a strange covered trailer. When the doors creaked open, silence fell. Inside, under a single flickering light, sat something impossible, a living dinosaur calmly eating from a bowl. Its scales gleamed, its eyes tracked every movement, intelligent, alert, alive. Whispers spread fast. Was this a secret lab experiment or an escape from some hidden jungle facility? No one knew for sure. But one thing was certain. Humanity had just seen a creature that shouldn't exist, and it was caged, waiting. Trail dinosaur. It was supposed to be an ordinary ride through the woods, quiet, calm, alone. Then came the sound, heavy rustling, deep and deliberate. The cyclist stopped, turned, and froze. There, towering above the ferns, stood a stegosaurus, alive, breathing, its plates catching the pale moonlight. For a heartbeat, time stopped. Then instinct took over. He fumbled for his camera, recording just a few shaky seconds before terror took over. He raced away, never looking back. When the footage hit the internet, it left millions stunned. Could dinosaurs still be roaming the earth? Trail camera capture. Deep in a remote forest, a lone researcher set up a motion camera, just another night of studying wildlife. But what that camera recorded would rewrite everything we thought we knew. Hours after midnight, two glowing eyes appeared, motionless, watching. Then from the darkness, a sleep shape darted across the frame, fast, precise, predatory. Frame by frame, the truth emerged. It wasn't any known animal. It was a velociraptor, alive, hunting, and aware it was being watched. Moments later, it disappeared into the night, leaving behind only silence and one haunting question. How many more are still out there? Caught on road. It was just another late-night drive down a deserted highway until the taxi driver hit the brakes hard. Two enormous figures stood in the beam of his headlights, frozen in the silence of the night. Their shapes were unmistakable, triceratops. For a few chilling seconds, man and beast stared at each other. Time itself seemed to stop. Then, as quietly as they appeared, the creatures turned and vanished into the darkness. The driver sat frozen, gripping the wheel, unsure if he had just seen ghosts from the past or proof that prehistory had returned. By morning, his footage was everywhere, and the world couldn't decide what to believe.
Haunting discovery. In a remote mountain town, a man's dashcam recorded something he wished he'd never seen. A pale, bony figure crossed the road in front of his car. Its hollow eyes glowed faintly, before it vanished into the dark. Locals later warned him about the rake, a creature said to haunt the edges of forgotten places. The eerie silence that followed felt heavier than the night itself. The man never drove that road again, but his footage remains a haunting reminder that some nightmares might be real. Raptors caught. A chilling video surfaced in 2022, filmed by an explorer who was never seen again. His footage showed what looked like velociraptors stalking the edges of an abandoned road. They moved in perfect coordination, scanning their surroundings with terrifying precision. When one of them lifted its head and looked directly into the camera, the man panicked and ran. The screen shook violently, his breathing loud, desperate. The clip ended abruptly. No sound, no movement, just darkness. But the internet still debates one question. Did he really see raptors? Or something pretending to be them? Unearth horror. At a construction site in Akron, Ohio, workers uncovered something that made them freeze. From a pit of dirt and stone, a dark, hunched figure slowly crawled upward. Its twisted movements didn't match anything human. Shouts echoed across the site as the crew dropped their tools and backed away. Was it a man buried alive? Or something far older? Something that had been waiting beneath the ground for centuries? When the footage hit the internet, theories exploded. Some called it a cursed spirit. Others claimed it was an experiment gone wrong. Whatever it was, it should have stayed buried. Super weird night chase. It started like any other night drive, until the driver noticed something running behind his car. He pressed the gas, panic rising, but the shadow kept up faster, closer, relentless. A blood-curdling howl cut through the silence. In the rear mirror, a monstrous figure appeared, skeletal, tall, and ravenous. It was a Wendigo, or maybe something even darker, a skinwalker, shifting between forms as it chased the speeding car. The driver's hand shook as he escaped down the highway, praying the creature wouldn't follow him home. Because if legends are true, once it sees you, it never forgets your scent. Mysterious creature. One quiet evening, a man wandered near an old well, following faint echoing sounds from within. He pointed his camera into the darkness and froze. Dozens of glowing eyes stared back, attached to slimy, fish-like beings with razor-sharp teeth. They weren't just animals, they were something else, something wrong. Some said they were mutated survivors of an ancient flood. Others believed they came from below the earth. Whatever they weren't supposed to be there. And the video proved one terrifying thing. Not all monsters live on land. Waking nightmares. Early one morning, as the fog rolled across the street, a man saw movement, heavy, slow, deliberate. A massive silhouette emerged from the mist, walking like a living fossil. Its eyes glowed faintly as it turned toward him, its presence ancient and unreal. Some believe it was the result of a failed time experiment. Others claimed it was summoned by something unholy. Whatever the truth, the creature soon vanished, but the man's footage survived. And to this day, no one can explain how a nightmare became real. So, dear friends, this was our video for today. What do you think? Tell us in the comment section. Until then, take good care of yourself. Goodbye.